Hey everybody. Sorry, I know I'm a little late. Well, not a little late. I'm like an hour late. My bad. It's funny too because something was telling me you should probably make it for around 11, but you know, it is what it is. Oh yeah. Anyways, I was gonna get me a hair tie, but yeah. So it's an open forum. I know I talked about making this video for people who want to express any emotions that they want to express. But I also feel like talking about ways to help the kids, the starving kids, in the situations that are in dire need of help, and what we can do here in America to help things abroad. So if anybody wants to talk about that, or if anybody in the future watches this and wants to say something about it, I'd love to hear about it. All right. So now I might pull out a notebook and just do a little bit of coloring and see if well, somebody looks like somebody's here. Hello, whoever you are. um, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do some coloring here. If anybody has any questions, they can ask me. If they have something they want to talk about, they can ask or suggest I talk about it. But yeah, I'll keep my eyes up. And Little Bear, what's up, buddy? It's okay, bud. So yeah, I'll just be doing some coloring here. I got something to work on. And yeah, you just see what happens. Hello. Yeah, just ask me any questions if you guys have some. If there's something you want me to talk about, if there's something you want to talk about, I'm here. I'm just doing a little bit of coloring. Trying to work on, finishing up this guy, whom I originally kind of thought that was me, but that's Pops. So, yeah, I'm just here. I guess I'll let this go for a few more minutes, then I'll just start talking about, why I think my ideas. I'm just gonna say it, the best idea that my imagination has come up with to really solve all the problems, man. I mean, it's a trickling effect. It's like a domino effect that once you get going in one area, it just continues to build, and then the learning and the growth continues to propel itself. Really, it's a very natural process. So I'll do a little bit more coloring and wait and get into that, and we'll see what happens. All right. Shit. Remember this. I'll just read. This is a little letter for Owen Benjamin. I haven't seen Owen Benjamin in quite a while, so I don't know what he's up to, man. I'm curious what the Bears. I know they had some stuff going on in Idaho, but I'm curious to see how things are going with them. But yeah, this is just a little, whatever little thing I was going to send him. I didn't actually do it, but it should give, if I remember correctly, a good little overview of what I've been talking about and kind of just my scheme on things. So greetings and good day to you, Owen Benjamin. I have been watching your channel for a little over 2 years now. I think, I think, and thank you so much for your great work and most high servitude. You have been a good example for us all on how to deal with and prosper in these times, man. I, for one, have fallen inside the victim mentality trap, and I still am finding my footing there. But your channel has really helped me get over that downward spiraling pitfall and move up and forward. Much gratitude. Your humor is also very uplifting and inspiring. Awesome work. This is my first time writing you, and if it wasn't to try and help the welfare/being of others, I would have withheld proposing a plan. Um, Me and some brothers have developed to and fulfilled the Great Commission until after more relations have been built between us. I have not edited this properly, so it's very chicken scratch. However, it seems and feels like more and more people are suffering and dying each and every day. I feel like we have a window of opportunity right now to begin helping people get out of the major cities and start organizing teams in order to accomplish sustainable, eco friendly, cheap, natural shelters, organic food, and medicine. Another reason why I feel so strongly about helping the people get out of the cities and become more self sufficient is because, from a spiritual standpoint and physical one, it is our greatest defense against the beast system. As it says in the Bible, the love of money is the root of all evil. And by living our lives in a profit driven society, with multiple levels of manipulation, poisoning, posing and propaganda to make us weak, eager for the next fix or next phone or the next iPhone, Americans have become to a greater or lesser level in love or strongly attached to money and the material world. So I've thought about this reality and how to help it become one of a more loving of God and not of money. And it has come to me that by creating a team of brothers and sisters who have the shared passion and idea of sharing their resources to help accomplish a common goal of creating an area to live where love/God is the most important thing and not money is a fairly simple and I think effective method. I would like to try and implement/share with others with the hemp plant, which me and some brothers of mine think is the green herb referred to in the Bible of Genesis 9:3 that can make all things. We can literally begin to make all things. This includes curing sickness and even cancer. I will include a link I found, which is the lab results of the hemp plant and how it causes a apoptosis of malignant cells, which is a powerful, effective technique to cure cancer, and it has a very rare and powerful essential nutrient for one's immune system. That's talking about the globulin Epstein. And it has the potentiality for getting one back to an alkaline level of immunity, and then one would be able to fight off all sicknesses and diseases. Now, with the onslaught of COVID, this could prove to be a big game changer. As word and distribution of the hemp plant spreads, it could also wipe out people's dependency on big pharmaceutical companies and all encompassing corporations associated. The hemp plant also realigns your neurons and gets them back to original God designed order, so it's great for addicts and mentally ill people alike. Hemp is not marijuana, and so it does not get you high. It's like drinking tea. It's like a minor, mild thing. It's nothing like marijuana. Um, Weed, it's not like weed, so you may feel a slight change as one does when drinking tea. And if you consume a lot, just like with tea, you'll find it more, but it is not even close to marijuana when it comes to levels of psychoactivity. So, hemp is quite a miraculous plant, and I encourage everyone to look into its many amazing uses. With hemp, teams of brothers and sisters working with love, aka God, as our guide, can starve this beast system and help save a lot of lives slash souls. I am 34, so I wrote this a year ago, and I don't have any money to contribute at the moment. Me and buddies of mine rescued a lab slash husky, Little Bear, and interestingly enough, named him Little Bear. And Owen's name is Big Bear amongst his crowd, so that's why I say it's interesting. This was a name given to him by someone who doesn't frequent your channel. Yeah, it wasn't no tribe, but like, oh, I'm gonna call him Little Bear because I look up to Big Bear. That's just the way it happened. Little Bear has been a lot to handle living in these cities, especially as he's getting bigger. Just the past few months, he had actually started attacking me and my family. Thank God the attacks have subsided, and I'm pretty sure they actually continued, but they subsided for a minute anyway. I'm pretty sure they started because my love for him was not as strong as it should have been. Yeah, and that's the absolute truth. So our relationship is it's much better. I mean, that's a bit exaggerated at the time. It wasn't that much better, but it had gotten a little bit better. Thank God. However, he still requires a lot of attention, and we have. Shall we backyard? Oh yeah, we have a small backyard, and so he also needs a lot of walks. I mentioned this not to complain, but to let you all know why I am not working and what happens when you become neglectful slash hateful. So it's a bit of an excuse thing right here, but it is what it is. So I'm asking for help to help save the world, Little Bear and myself, as I find living in these cities disagreeable and not well for Little Bear's well-being. I have brothers who could help take care of Little Bear while the others work to help bring resources in. So my whole thing on this is about like Little Bear did just come into our life, and I really wasn't set up the way I wanted to be with like my own place and this and that. But we're making the best of it. But at the same time, I realize having a dog in these cities, especially one like Little Bear, really isn't good. There's a more harmonious way for us both to live. He kind of needs like a constant babysitter, and a lot of times he doesn't have that. He's bored. And so this is a plea for me to help get out of the cities, and then at the same time, help people get out of the cities. It's a win-win for us all. So anywho, this is something that we could share with all humanity and be a good, godly example of how to prevail against evil, cure cancer, COVID, and help lost and lonely souls get back into the good relations with God. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for taking the time to read this letter slash idea. I know it's asking a lot, and so whatever happens, I'm grateful for your videos and for what you do, as it is already helped out a lot. God has a plan for us all, and one way or another, we will figure it out. Good day, God bless, and much love, and well, earthly being, Brian Polscan. So, that was, like I said, about a year ago. But, essentially, if you were to take that and then, so then you got people out in the woods, sharing the responsibilities. The way I saw it is some people might have to work jobs, some people will take care of the land. And by doing that, we spread the word, we share the example of how we also work together, which is a very important and integral part in how this is going to work, is humans getting along with each other. That's been the big thing that I have come to realize in this whole movement is how do we get along? That's why, for me, it's so important to find the guidelines, which I found in the Bible, the 40 laws of Ma'at, the divine principles. It's how we treat each other and ourselves. It's so important. A lot of it has to do with each other, though, because if we're all getting along well, we have this collection of team and individuals and organizations that's very positive and productive and doing good, and that's something that's always moving and flowing and creating that we can all always like kind of go into. So if like somebody's having a bad day, the group's always doing good, and it's always keeping that group good goal going. and that bad person can kind of come into the group, and each can kind of help like bounce off what the hell's going on with him and just help bring him back up. But we have to stick to the guidelines, because otherwise the spirits of whatever those negative ones can and will infect things, and it can spread if you're not careful. That's why having the guidelines are very important, because they get in the way of that spreading of that infection. So this is why, to me, the Holy Bible is so important. But so essentially, by doing that, you would get people away from spending money on houses like this, which would stop putting money into the big companies and the big powers and the big beasts, and would start putting money back into good things like good food, good buildings, good medicine, good even TV programs or entertainment. There's nothing wrong with having some good entertainment in life. But until we stop spending all our money and attention on this shit, nothing is going to change. So that's really what I've been here to do, is to just be that symbol for change in humanity. And by doing so, I put myself online and prepared to do whatever it takes physically, mentally, and spiritually to get the job done. So if anybody has any questions, I'm here again. I might I might start drawing for a little bit and see if anybody else wants to, if the person here wants to say anything, if anybody else wants to come in a little bit. I'm here, but if y'all want to just chill, that's cool too. So, thank you for whoever's watching. I appreciate it. Oh boy, got somebody else in the building. So again, anybody can ask questions or suggest something to talk about, express whatever they want to express. It's an open forum. I already did a little bit of a talk about some ideas on how we can help save the kids. But if you all have ideas too, I'd love to hear about them. I do have a song I wrote, or I didn't write it. I wrote the lyrics from one of Sully Erna's songs, the lead singer of Godsmack. I've always had a special liking for him and his music, and not just Godsmack, the other stuff that he's done too. So I might attempt singing at that in a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Let's see, what else do I got to share with y'all? I'll just start talking about my notes, because it's all really about the same thing. So hemp, the word humanity united in Yahushua, and the resistance to evil, malevolent ETs, spells, sanctuary of serenity, enlightens, heals, and inspires all who come near, even hear about it. Peacekeepers, whom, as time will tell, were a part of the entities causing all the chaos. So yeah, that's an interesting one. Wow. So we'll talk about that. Yeah, beware of those that come in peace. I mean, a lot of people use peace as a front to get you to trust them, and to help smooth the waters, to help soothe people, to help keep people docile. And this is actually an important lesson for me because Pops really had to help instill in me that, being the angel of peace ain't just about being, oh, it's okay, just don't hurt anybody, da 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 da. I mean, I'm not saying hurt anybody, but what I am saying is I was the type of dude that would like not even want to like. For instance, there was a time in New Orleans when we were there, and I walked on an ant pile, and the ants started crawling up my leg and biting my leg and shit. And I'm just kind of looking at it like, what do I do, Pops? And Pops like, you get them off. He started smacking them off and shit. And it was that moment, that epiphany, that really kind of got me thinking, like, okay, I mean, it's part of life is to defend. When you see animals out in the wild, when something's going after a gazelle or a deer, the deer's trying to get away. It's doing everything it can to get away. It's kicking, it's running, it's going this way, it's that way, it's defending itself, it's fleeing, it's in flight. So, upon these type of lessons, over time, it became apparent to me that being a peacekeeper, being an angel of peace, or being about peace ain't just about being peaceful. It's about standing up for that which will bring the bigger peace, which means sometimes you got to fight the good fight. I mean, sometimes you got to create some contrast, some conflict in order to create the peace out of the conflict, if that makes sense. So, yeah, be careful of those peacekeepers that really, you just got to look at their true intentions. Like, are they keeping people peaceful for a good reason? Or, maybe is it for not a good reason? Like, are they trying to keep people sitting and stagnant so that they can be slaves? Or are they trying to keep people peaceful so that they don't keep on killing each other and themselves? Also, if there's work to be done and you're telling people not to do anything, then that itself is not a good thing also. So just watch out for them people that claim to be peacekeepers, and just try to really look into what peace they are. What's the peace that they are trying to be peaceful about, I guess. Anyway, so Pops and his crew of angels were well on their way to accomplishing a functioning vertical farm system capable of feeding thousands, if not potentially possibly millions, of hungry humans. The challenges that they had to overcome were difficult and sometimes felt overwhelming, yet love perseveres and endures all. The enemy, Lucifer, his fallen angels, negative ETs, whatever, 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 cast spell after spell onto him and his, and in the end, it only helped make them all stronger. From resistance, we grow. Now we are here at a most crucial point in time. The whole world is now well aware that the Heavenly Father and his angels are here and diligently at work to restore order and uplift that which has been inverted and fallen. But they want us to, stay away from all that shit. Victory was already assured and achieved on the cross. However, Lucy, aka Lucifer, has still managed to sway the minds of angels. And another thing about Lucy, too, as far as him being a fallen angel, I've gotten word that he's actually doing much better. He's actually, helping us out on some shit. What is left over is a lot of the influence that Lucifer has shared with creation, and so from that, there's a lot of, I guess you could call them just creation, other creations, man. It's all about learning about the Garden of Good and Evil. But Lucy himself, that angel, particular morning star, is actually, from what I've gotten from Pops, doing all right. He's getting back on the good side of things. So I have no ill will against Lucy. I actually look, I feel a connection to him because he was Pop's right hand man. I'm kind of Pop's right hand man now, and I also know about the darkness as Lucy did too. And I've also had Pop's issues like Lucy has. So yeah, there's no ill will, man. I actually look forward to meeting him in the flesh someday. So yeah, influencing their free will to support and work for evil. And so this battle is ultimately a spiritual one, but the spirit of the fallen has infected the physical and now under threat of God's wrath. They're in their ego evil ways are determined to fight the Father. So yeah. All right, so this is another letter to another YouTuber whom I haven't seen in a while. I don't know what happened to him. His name is Jonathan Kleck. Okay, good day and God bless you. Thank you so much for all you do. My name is Brian Polskamp, and I've been watching your channel with increased frequency these past 3 to 4 months. I really appreciate all you do and all the love in Christ you share. I am writing to you because I feel that it is a good time for the people to know and perhaps get to know that God is here in the flesh with us right now. I met him about 3 hours after I surrendered to Christ while going through a hard time on a spiritual journey I took to New Orleans, Louisiana. At the time of our meeting, I had just been hustled out of about 90% of all the money I had, which wasn't much, and I had gotten very drunk and awoke very sad, a little sick, and feeling lost. After I surrendered to Christ, within an hour or so, a young man by the name of Joshua had come to my aid and helped me get some food. That's actually before Joshua Fernalovich. This was another Josh that came by, which is interesting that two Joshes came when I surrendered to Christ. But it is what it is. Um, helped me get some food and juice. Then maybe a few hours later, I was walking down the sidewalk of a strip mall, and our God, and that's when Joshua saw me, and he saw this long sleeve shirt I was wearing, and he commented on it, and ever since then we hit it off. And it's kind of a long story, and if you or anyone wants to hear me, I'd be glad to share. A lot of you guys on my channel have already heard this stuff, so I don't want to bore you too much, but yeah, I've tried, contacting a lot of different YouTube channels and people that, be about the faith to try to, essentially just fulfill the Great Commission. Because I'm not, I'm just like, well, what do we do? Like, yeah, how do we go about fulfilling this thing? It's relatively a simple process here. So, but let's just see what else we got. All right, a little bit of information on globulins. That's what I talk about as one of the main, important ingredients in hemp that is very imperative to having a very healthy immune system. So globulins are a group of proteins within the blood. They are produced by liver and immune system. Albumin is a protein made by your liver. Albumin helps keep fluid in your bloodstream so it doesn't leak into other tissues. It also carries various substances throughout your body, including hormones, vitamins, and enzymes. Low albumin, however you pronounce that, levels can indicate a problem with your liver or kidney. So albumin makes up more than half the total protein within the blood, and globulins make up the remainder. Globulins have multiple different functions. The group includes immunoglobulins, enzymes, carrier proteins, and and complements. So. I mean, it's just like another letter, kind of talking about the same thing. Who's that? You can come in, Rose. It's okay. You guys can come in. It's all right. Got some company. What's up, Rosie? So yeah, is there anything you guys want to talk about, or who's over here? I'll just be honest. Yana left a comment, or Guru Yana, I don't know if it was a comma or her, talking about it was in response to Vagabond. So Vagabond had said something, which I really like Vagabond, man. He leaves some really thoughtful comment. I mean, I love everybody, but he has left, like, he goes back to uplifting humanity, actually. So I've known him online for years now. Anyway, he left a comment, and then Yana commented on his comment, and it was essentially about, you shouldn't let joy provoke you. And I was like, yeah, man, thanks for the good words. I mean, ideally, you're right. You shouldn't let. I mean, yeah, it's not good to let people provoke you. Anytime you let somebody get angry over you, it's giving them power. But we are here in this thing called life, and we all have emotions, and there's a time and a place for everything, man. And as far as being provoked, I mean, yeah, that is a word that has kind of an okey, ouchy, ouchy feeling to it, but I think, I could have reacted better to things, definitely. But, you also got to, like, not be too, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to share things, just learn how to be a little bit more wiser with how you share your feelings and express your emotions and react to things. Rosie, come on. It's okay. Come on. What are you doing over there? But anyways, yeah. So Vagabond left that, and so then I left her comment saying, "Well, like she agreed. She was like, I wholeheartedly agree, Vagabond. Essentially saying he shouldn't get so provoked by the things that I say." Well, then my whole thing was to her, like, okay, well, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but then why are you getting so mad at me? I mean, so, and that's kind of been like the story of like what's been going on is like I've seen her listening to her talk about a lot of other people. And it's like, okay, well, shit, you're gonna talk about other people, and I'll say some stuff too, And I thought that she'd be the type of girl or woman, I'm sorry, to, kind of take that and not. And I mean, she has. It ain't like she's been running away from it, but shit has gotten a little crazy for both of us, so I get it. But all right, love you too, bro. Have fun. Uh huh. Anyway, somebody's commenting, so let's see what's up. Hey. Why am I typing? Hey, Guru Mr. T. I love you too, man. Have a good one. Okay, now when you say stalking, can you go ahead and let's figure out what your definition of stalking is, and then I'll try to share what my definition of stalking was, and maybe we can come to an agreement as to what stalking is. Don't be an incel. Dude, I'm not trying to be an imbecile. I'm being real, okay? Because you're talking about stalking. If you really want to talk about this, we can. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's probably not going to make her. I mean, I've already thought about this. I could dice it down in a few words, and it's going to make her look kind of silly. So, I'm not even trying to go there. But if you really want to, I will. Yeah, we do need to learn about words because people use words with different meanings all the time. So I disagree. So if you want to talk about stalking, we can come to a definition about it. Like, I'm here to work with you. I'm not trying to say this is how it is and it has to be this way. I'm saying let's figure this out. Like, you really think I'm being a stalker? Let's try to break this down. If you're willing. I got my phone right here. I can look it up. Because I think we do need to learn more about words. So I'm going to go ahead and look it up. Pursue stalk. To stalk is to pursue or approach stealthily. Okay? That's an important word at the end of this, stealthily. Because if there's one thing that I've been about, it ain't been stealthy. I've been very, very apparent and open about my feelings for Joy. And to be honest, I haven't even been on her stream all that much. A lot of what I do is on my channel that she chooses to watch. So, and that's just one part of it. Excuse me, I got some peanut butter in my beard. Anyway. And another thing too, since you're bringing this up, Mr. T, I'm just gonna go ahead. Don't be a simp. Okay. What's a simp, dude? I keep hearing this word simp, and it's like I kind of think I know what it means, but parasocial relationship. Parasocial. Okay, I'll look into that. What's parasocial? I will. I'll look it up. I'm looking it up right now. So we went from stalking now to parasocial relationships. So I'm gonna look this up. Let's try to stick with this word, and then we'll figure this one out. And we can move on to the next one. Does that sound good? Parasocial relationship. All right, let's see what we got here. Parasocial. Well, I got interaction. Let's see. There's a relationship. There we go. Okay. Parasocial relationships, the nature of celebrity fascinations. Okay. Parasocial relationships are one sided relationships where one person extends emotional energy, interest, and time, and the other party, the persona, is completely unaware of the other's existence. Parasocial relationships are most common with celebrities, organizations such as sport teams, or television stars. Parasocial relationships expand the social network in a way that negates the chance of rejection and empowers individuals to model and identify with individuals of their choosing who naturally elicit an empathetic response. For some, the one sided nature of the relationship is a relief from strained complementary relationships in real life. I'm sorry, that's just kind of, I've never heard of this. Parasocial relationships are cultivated by the media to resemble face to face relationships. This is the world we live in. It's just crazy. Over time, so many experiences are shared with John Daly or Justin Bieber or Jay Z that we develop an intimacy and friendship with the media user and feel that they know and understand us. In the past, parasocial relationships occurred predominantly with television personas. Now, these relationships also occur between individuals and their favorite bloggers, social media users, and gamers. The nature and intimacy of parasocial relationships has also matured. Reality television allows viewers to share the most intimate and personal lives of television personas, and celebrities openly share their opinions and activities through various social media outlets such as Twitter and Facebook. Additionally, the internet allows for 24-hour access to media users, and increased internet dependency may lead to increased parasocial interactions. While parasocial relationships still remain one sided, they have transformed into more interactive environments, allowing individuals to communicate with their media personas and increasing the intimacy and strength of the parasocial relationship. Okay, I think we're almost done. Despite the one sided nature of parasocial relationships, there are numerous similarities between these relationships and more traditional social relationships. Studies show, okay, I think we got the point. Let's see what you wrote. Okay, here's a word. Okay, I looked that up. I looked that up. That's what you are falling victim to. Don't do that. Okay, so let me talk now. Okay, if that's fine. I mean, that's my stream, so I don't know why I said that. But if we're going to go into the stocking thing, the parasocial. So the whole thing with this is it says it's one-sided. Now, I'm going to disagree on that point straight up because there's been numerous videos she's made that are in a response that I feel to the videos that I made. So that's not one-sided. It may not be an exact, intimate, yes, communication, but there is a connection that is happening. And on top of that, there's been two times very recently that I have said I'm going to back off and leave her alone. Okay, and so you have to realize the psychology. If you're calling me a stalker, which is what I've been accused of being, a stalker. Okay, so I'm a stalker, right? Let's just try to look at it from the mind of a stalker. I'm a stalker, and you tell me to leave you alone, and I leave you alone. Okay, and then you come and start asking me, the stalker, about stuff, anything at all. Anytime you're paying attention to the stalker, that is like, what is that? Isn't that you stalking the stalker? Like, you just told me to leave, I left, and now you're stalking me. Which, to be honest, is kind of what just happened because twice now, because it happened today also. I thought a feeling was going to happen. And I want to say, I have not checked out her stream since last night's stream. I have not checked any of her videos out. I did not watch the remainder part of the stream. I already know she's been in my channel since that stream. So if you really want to talk about stalking, the way that it looks right now is she's more interested in my channel than I am of hers. This is why I didn't want to say these things, because it's like, it's kind of making her look silly. So what do you have to say about that, Mr. T? Guru Mr. T, I'm sorry. Dude, okay, the parasocial relationship thing is all about one-sided. I just explained to you how it has not been one-sided. She's left comments on my stream. She wants me to go on her stream. My friends have all been involved in her stream. She's been watching my channel. She watches my liked videos, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's not one-sided. She's actually being stealthy. She's being more the stalker than anybody, to be honest. I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm just like, it's actually the real reality of the situation. That's my truth. I'm sorry. I'm not. If she wants to come on here and try to defend herself or explain explain things better, I'm all ears. I didn't even want to say these things, but I'd already thought about them. But since you're here accusing me of these things, then I'm going to defend myself. Yeah, I'm totally about self-awareness, bro. Let me know if there's something I'm missing. I mean that in sincerity too. Like I don't want to. I want to miss. I want to see it all. I don't want to miss stuff. I'm here to help us all be more holistic. Come together. Learn the lessons. Have fun doing it too. So, Guru Master T, I feel like you may have left the building, which is all right. See, that's strange. It's like I just had, what I felt like a good retort to what he had to say, and now he's nowhere to be seen. So it's cool. Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay. Part is you belong. Yeah, but the fact that it's not a false relationship though, because there's evidence that is true that there has been relations going on. So it's not false, bro. And as I've said, even if I am a stalker, which I don't think I am, I've done everything thus far to move away from her. This is now the second time that she has chosen to come and contact me after I say I want to move away, that I agree to move away. I have not commented her. I have not seen her videos. I have not been on her streams. None of this. Even Bailborn hit me up saying we're going to talk later. And it's like, dude, I'm not even trying to push this shit. I'm trying to get on with my life. Like, y'all don't realize that this shit fucks with me too. Nobody wants to hear about that. They want to hear about, I get it, Yana, she's a female. It's fine. I did the sword thing. It was wrong. I say wrong, but it had to happen. But yeah, I scared her, and that was not a good thing to do. I apologize. I don't want to scare people, man. I mean, for those that, are hurting other children and shit, they got to be taught a lesson, but that's really for the Most High. That ain't me. But I'm not trying to scare Yana. I reacted badly. I was a fool, and fucking shit happens, man. I'm sorry. But as far as being a stalker, I don't agree with that. And I know that she's been watching my videos and responding to things that I do, which is it's very stealthy. She's actually, if you look at the definition of stalking, she's the one being the stalker. I'm not saying it to try to like, oh, you should stalk her. I'm just being real. So. All right. Yeah. See you later. Namaste. I mean, Guru Mr. T. Namaste, brother. Thank you for your time. So yeah, anybody else got any things? As I was saying, in case there's new people that jumped in, I was just referring to the comment that Yana made. She commented on Vagabond's comment, today, which again I was going into the psychology of if I really am a stalker, what does that do to us? If you're saying that I'm stalking Yana, okay, like that means that I have a serious obsession with her. And she's telling me that because she wants me to be gone. She wants me completely out of her life. She's saying she wants nothing to do with me, and I keep wanting something to do with her. Which that was what was relayed to me last night. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be around her. I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna do my thing and just leave. Okay. And I have not seen her streams. I have not commented. I have not even looked past the stream that I was on last night. And already today she's commented on my channel. So she's got to realize psychologically what that does to somebody who's a stalker. Like when they're trying to get away from, if I did have some type of a crazy obsession, if I'm trying to get away from that and you come and like try to poke that interest and be like, well, hey, what's up with that? That's incurring, that's mixing it up, that's provoking, invoking interaction with that which you said you didn't want to interact with. So to me, it's like, what are you doing? And that wasn't even as bad as the incident beforehand, because the incident beforehand was when we were talking about threats and all this crazy stuff. And I was like, whoa, this is getting way too toxic. I just want to back off and leave and go and, do my sacrifice thing to help save humanity. And somebody on with her Guru Yana name left a comment on my channel saying, come and do a live stream, you coward. So again, dude, and then just yesterday, I make a video saying, let's talk and figure this stuff out with Shawn Michael, because I heard there was drama with Shawn Michael, which is another reason why I decided to jump back into the stream to help them out, solve their problems. I wasn't even I was trying to be a mediator. But then I get sucked into this stuff, and then I send I watch her stream for an hour, just being patient, just wanting to try to figure this out. And finally, I'm like, "Do you want to have a do you all want to have a conversation? Because I wasn't here for me. This was really for Shawn Michael and her." And she winked at me, being like, pretty much saying, "I don't know." So even right there, she had an opportunity to be like, "No, I don't want to talk to you at all," and she didn't. And so it's like, dude, I don't know what to say. It is what it is. All right, well, I'm going to go back to doing a little bit more drawing. If anybody has anything to say, I'm here and I would love to discuss anything that y'all want to talk about. Let's get some more markers. All right, well, what's up, everybody? We got 2 people in the building. How y'all doing? Oh, boy. Oh. Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Been going for 48 minutes. So I was thinking give this a good hour unless we got something rolling. So yeah, if anybody has anything to say, then now might be a good time to say it. If they want some, if they got something to say. I was gonna think about if nobody has anything to say, I might try and do a little sing-songy for everybody. I can find out what I did with those lyrics. Lyrics. What do I do with those lyrics? There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh boy. All right. All right, so again, this is "Eyes of a Child" by Sully Erna. He is the lead singer of Godsmack, but this is his own little thing. This ain't Godsmack, so it's a little different. All right. Shit. Light the flame, hands are turning away. Restless souls crying to release them from the pain. They can't take the pain. Time so wasted, waste away. Resurrect me, Jesus Christ. I'm so lonely for you. Hear the children cry, but one by one they die. Can't you help them? And look what we've done to ourselves. The eyes of a fallen child, taking away the innocence of life. Deliver me out of this pain, and I will live through you again. Whoa, through the eyes of a child. Whoa, yeah, through the eyes of a child. If y'all stick through that, thank you, because it sounded it sounded pretty bad coming from me. But anyways, I like that song, so I thought I'd sing it. So what's up? You got 3 people in here. Anybody want to say anything? Anybody want me to say something? Anybody want me to talk about a topic? All right, we got a few more minutes until we hit the hour mark. I'll just continue. So this is a little something I like to do when I feel I've wronged somebody. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open my heart more. I apologize. So I actually write it out like, all the way. So I'll just read this out. I apologize for my neglect and will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect and I will work to open and use my heart more. Oh, we got somebody. All right. Hey, Maynard Trendle, it's good to see you, brother. Thanks for dropping in, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, nice. I'm just reading some stuff that I use to help me get over making amends, So I apologize for my neglect and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect and will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open. I will work to open and use my heart more. I apologize for my neglect, and I will work to open and use my heart more. 913, which is the Holy Spirit, and I put Little Bear's name down there. So again, I find it's good to just, if you feel you've done somebody wrong, write it out, man. That's what's helped me, So what do we got here? We got 6 minutes to the hour mark. All right. Anybody got something they want to say? Just to show you guys, like I do this stuff, at times I'm very, like it's just another page of me apologizing and, just little tricks I've used to learn, little tricks I've used to help me get over things and help the overall environment be a little bit better. And you can ask to seek guidance too. So I'll write out, I seek guidance to be more calm. I seek guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. I seek the guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. I seek the guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. I seek the guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. I seek the guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. I seek the guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. I seek the guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. I seek the guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. I seek the guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. I seek the guidance to be more calm and to calculate my choices better. So this is kind of the way I reprogram my mind. I mean, you think about it, this is what they be doing to us all the time. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm just going to go ahead and program my own shit. So, yeah. All right, I'll read a little bit more about the idea of saving the kids. All right, so before we begin planning big time operations with hemp and large construction projects, we have a more dire need and meaningful purpose to help end pandemic, cure cancer, feed needy, and be a good example for the needy. Clean up the earth and soil and water and air, etc. And so we could focus on production of hemp and other superfoods that are efficient to produce rather than what we are going to do materialistically with them. As many are, oh, well, we got somebody. I have paradoxical relationships. Huh, okay. Now that word paradox, like, paradoxical. Okay, let me look that up. I mean, I know the connotation of paradox, but it's always been kind of a strange word for me. Oh, parasocial. Yeah, I was just looking into that. Homeboy brought it to my attention. I mean, based on what I read from it, I don't believe that that is the relationship I have with Yana. Um, but I mean, I get it, man. I mean, I love movies and television stars, and I used to really, 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 really be like, I mean, people would probably call me obsessed with like Brad Pitt, but I really looked up to him as like, kind of like a role model or something. Like I was like, oh, that dude, he looks like he'd be cool to hang out with. Looks like he take care of things all right. He's got a good sense of humor. He's not a dick. Like, there's a lot of me that looked up to him, but um, well, that's okay. But yeah, as far as like being infatuated with like a female or a woman, who's a celebrity or anything like that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't even really watch much TV or anything anymore. And like I said, this thing with Joy, like it seems like I mean, I can see how from other people's perspectives, it seems like she's not even like talking to me or anything, but she's very sly and stealthy about stuff. And um, I mean, there's just a lot of things that have happened in regards to my videos and her videos, and even the text that I've sent her. And then even just recently, how I've been not been trying, I've been speaking about moving away from her, and they come onto my channel and communicate with me. And my whole thing is, if I'm really a stalker, if I'm really having this obsession with you guys, and you guys are telling me to leave, which is what they just did yesterday, they're telling me I'm a stalker and I need to leave, and da 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 da. I'm like, okay, I get that. I'm gonna leave, but you got to realize if you call me a stalker, and that's saying that I have a serious problem and obsession with you. It's like me being a drug addict being hooked to heroin. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get away from the heroin, and then the heroin comes fucking trying to chase me down. And it's like, well, fuck, now what the hell is this? Now the heroin's chasing me down, and that's kind of what I felt like was happening with Yana. So like to call it like this parasocial thing where like I'm not even like I'm invisible to her isn't true at all because she's literally contacted me. So I don't know what to say, man. And there's also just the instances of the videos that we've made and the corresponding elements that we talk in the same time frame. So, and I don't believe in coincidences, so it's like, it is what it is, man. But yeah, I mean, what's who is it that you have? If you're still here, Maynard, who is it that you have this relationship with? I'm curious, man, because I mean, it is a. I mean, we live in a world with so much celebrities and phenomenon and entertainment. It's I'm sure a lot of people are probably dealing with this. Oh, okay, cool. You saw it last night. Yeah, I didn't even watch after I left. I mean, I saw. I think it went on. I mean, because I had to unsubscribe to her channel this morning. So upon doing that, I saw that it had gone on for like 5.5 hours or something. I was like, shit. So that means they talked for like 3.5 hours after I left. But I have not even gone to check it out because I said I wouldn't, and still have not, and I won't until me and her have a talk about what's actually going on between us. Like me and her need to have this talk. So until then, I'm gonna stay right where I am here on this channel and doing my thing. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, shoot, man. Yeah, yeah, there's been a little bit of drama going on and stuff, but we're all getting to know each other, and I think we're all peers here, and I think that a lot of us have come here, to perform a certain type of mission to help out humanity and the earth and all of creation. So, in doing so, we've had to come and go through various lives and things and problems and issues and challenges to help us learn about things so that we can better help relate to humanity and essentially be kind of like the example for a different way or a right way or a better, more healthy, harmonious way for all to live. But in order to do that, I feel like we've had to come in here to learn about these human experiences and these lives so that we can relate to them. Because otherwise, how would you be able to really like? It's like a soldier, like somebody's been through war, like really like war. Like if you ain't been in war, you really can't relate to somebody who's been in war. Like you can be like, okay, man, you've been through some serious shit, but you really don't know what that serious shit's like until you've been there too. So that's why I feel like we've had to come here and go through all this crazy shit so that we can help relate to them. Yeah, yeah, I feel you, man. Baleborn, I'm still getting to know him. To be honest, though, I feel like he was kind of trying to control me on some shit. Like he doesn't. I'm his elder, actually. I'm a couple years older than him, and the way he's talking to me was a bit like I was like underneath him or his child, or it was a little. And I've dealt with that type of energy before, so I'm not a stranger to it. So like when I see things that line up to other things, I'm kind of like, I don't know what's going on with you, man. Because like we've had even before the whole joy thing, he was on my case about something else that I thought I was very, forthcoming with. A very sensitive subject, and he was very persistent about trying to get more out of me. And it's like, dude, like it's good, man. Like you're. But anyways, I don't. I think that he was trying to help. I do think there might be ulterior motives, but we'll see, man. That's just some of my intuition. I don't have any ill will against him. I'm curious, really, to be honest. I don't know exactly what's going on with him, but I do think there is a part of him that is trying to help me. I do admit that. Long time. Panhandling. Yeah, that is definitely like a war, bro. Addiction is no joke. I mean, there's nothing like having a war inside your body for fucking a substance that you really don't need, but you want all the time. It can drive you fucking nuts. I get it, man. I'm about 10, 12, 11 days off of Kratom myself. And it's actually been, hasn't been that bad, to be honest. A lot of other things have been more challenging than that, but I get it, man. I mean, I took Oxycontin for years. I've never shot up heroin, but I've smoked crack. I've done just about everything. I've never done ecstasy either. That's another thing I never did was ecstasy. But I've taken a lot of painkillers. I stole a lot of painkillers from my mother, which I know had a huge effect in her, suicidal tendencies that lasted for quite a few years. So I created a lot of hell. I created a lot of storms. I created a lot of dark energy in my house and my family and myself. So yeah, I mean, I know how serious fucking. Oh, you take kratom now? Okay, well that's good, man. I mean, I have a lot of good things to say about kratom because at the time when I started taking it, I was drinking like over a case of beer, about a case of beer a day. My breathing was starting to really get affected, and I started taking kratom and I stopped drinking. It did help me stop drinking, but I developed a fixation for kratom that lasted for over 2 years. And be careful. I don't know how you're taking it, but if you use the powder, what I've learned, make sure you filter out that powder, man. Because if you just do the powder, mix it with the water, and drink it straight like that, that shit will eat your throat up. Like I was taking a lot too, so I don't know how much you're taking, but I noticed that I'd gotten some kava kava, and when I started to filter out the kava kava, it wasn't nearly as bad in my throat. So just I want to let you guys know that if you are using these substances to try to filter them out as best you can, because a lot of times they're made from plants that have a lot of heavy metals. So then you're actually ingesting the heavy metals as well as the herb. So it fucks it up. Yeah, no, I mean kratom for natural painkiller that's not like pharmaceutical because it is very different than pharmaceuticals. Kratom, what because I've had a lot of experience with this stuff. If you are somebody who needs like some help with some pains and stuff, and you don't have like if you have any type of an opiate addiction, I would not suggest using kratom. That's just my personal suggestion because it is very similar to a good oxy high or fucking opiate high, and it can. I've heard of a lot of people that take it and they go and they take heroin. So be careful. But if you don't have problems with those type of addictions, kratom can be very, very good for just simple or even moderate to severe muscle pains. And it's natural. You don't need a you don't need a script to get it. Some states it's not legal, so you got to be careful with that. But you can also get it, pretty easy on the online. I hear so. I have been taking capsules, but I have to take 80 to. Yeah, dude, that's about, I was just right at your level, taking about 80 to 100 a day, maybe sometimes more. Yeah, I get it, man. Like every couple hours, you gotta just pop another handful. That's awesome though that you're off the dope, man. I mean, for me, I know it's a totally kratom still is its own thing, but it's not like heroin. I mean, you don't overdose. Like, I mean, I never, I got sick a couple times, but I never like. I mean, I've had to literally like watch my breathing before. I've been so fucked up on pills and stuff. I'm like, I can't go to sleep. If I go to sleep right now, like I might not wake up. But I never had issues like that on kratom. The breathing from the kratom was just the how much I used of it. It wasn't the actual effect of the drug, if that makes sense, or the herb. Hmm. You didn't want to test. Wait, it's been 8 years off dope, and I didn't want to test it by taking kratom. Oh man, so what type of pain have you looked into? Like, I mean, hemp is really good for just helping heal like muscle pain too, man, and stuff. I mean, but it's not just like the tinctures and the oils you put on yourself. Like let me see if I can get it real quick. I don't know if you're still here, man, but these hemp hearts. Now again, hemp isn't legal everywhere, but I'm telling you, this stuff has really helped just my body get stronger and heal too. Just all sorts of pains and weird the ligaments and joints and stuff. So I highly encourage and suggest people to look into hemp for like everything. And there's different parts of the hemp plant that all have different purposes too. So hey, what's up, Dr. Yoshi Yamamoto? Yes. Oh wait. The withdrawal is so much weaker. Yeah, it is. The kratom withdrawal really ain't nothing compared to other stuff, man. I've had some really funky withdrawals. For me, a lot of the problem with the kratom withdrawal was like a mental thing, and what I found worked best for me actually was just a moderate reduction of my amounts, which in itself was actually difficult for me to do because it required a lot of discipline that at an earlier stage of my life I didn't have. I used to like just to take as much as I wanted when I wanted, but there's a spiritual effect that goes with that, with just taking what you want when you want it. It's like, well, why are you really taking it? Are you taking it because you need it or you want to get fucked up? You can keep on taking it to want to get fucked up. You're feeding that mentality, which is you, and you're becoming more of that mentality. So you do, just from my experience, just be careful with continuing to take, especially with kratom. I found the less is best. Like the longer you can wait to take your next dose, the better you're going to get off, to be honest, and the better it's going to be for you spiritually and just your overall well-being. But I'm not trying to, you're doing your thing, and I totally get having to take your amount. I mean, I did, especially if you're working a job and shit. It's hard, man. But yeah, I have found though, if you're able to like space it out and take less, like if you can make it through like the initial like transition period, it works out a lot better for me. So like even the times that I've had taking it were more enjoyable. Like the high was better when I took less. So it kind of goes back to the less is more, whole idea. CBD, good, man. Yeah, CBD is awesome. THC, marijuana is great too. Yeah, man, I'm looking into the hemp, bro. It's got good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's good, man. Less is more. Yeah, give it a shot. And then, like you said, you can throw in some other things there to help out. A lot of things work good in tandem with other things. It's something that I'm learning too. Like for a while, it's just like, just take tons of kratom and you'll be okay. And it's like, no, if you just take a little bit of kratom, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and you're real Gucci. And then it's like you got a bunch of different things working with you. It's not just that kratom energy. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that we put in ourselves and we interact with is energy. From what we eat to the phone to the food we drink to what I'm doing right here, it's all affecting us in a different way. Oh, what's up, Baleborn? How you doing, brother? It's interesting you say that. Kratom is not actually, I mean, from what I've experienced, it's not really that extreme. Like an extreme high for me is like smoking crack. That shit's fucking extreme. Or, slamming some dope or fucking taking a ton of oxys and drinking some booze. Kratom's pretty chill, actually. It doesn't really have an overdose. It does have a very similar effect to Oxycontin and opiates. So you got to be careful because you can get a really, really, really good high that's very similar to that type of a chasing dragon high. But it's extreme. From my experience, I wouldn't call it extreme based on the stuff that I have interacted with. So that's just me, though. I mean, some people it might be extreme. I don't know. But how you doing, Baleborn? How's your day going, brother? I know you can't be here long, so you might already be gone, but it's good to see you, man. Like I said, I'm still curious as to see what, our relationship brings. So, and I still have not gone and checked out Gianna's stream since last night. I have not done it this morning. Just want to put that out there. I'm trying to be very respectful of the agreement that we had last night. So Maynard is saying, my opinion as an ex-IV, damn man, heroin user, is that kratom doesn't resemble opiates. It doesn't? Okay. I thought it, make it more desirable. Huh. Okay, I think I see what you're saying. It does have kind of a, I'm curious. These are your words, so I don't know. It is a little different though. Like it isn't just like a downer like opiates are. There is like it's different. It's its own thing, but it does have a similarity that I've felt. A little bit. It's okay, buddy. You want to come in here? Hold on, I might have to get that. Yeah, hold on. Be right back. What's up, everybody? Okay, bye. What's up? Come on. You come this side. It's all right. All right, come back. Little bear, what's up, buddy? Come on. Where's your ball? Come on, buddy. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. There's a little bit. There's a little bit. Where'd you go? All right. All right. Hey, Billborn. So you're working hard, almost done. That's good to hear, man. I'm looking forward to talking later. All right, man. I mean, okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens, bro. I got to be honest. Like yesterday, because your involvement with Yana, it is very, we'll see what happens, man. Maynard, so it sort of had the same emotional numbing quality, and the withdrawal more resembles that of heavy, prolonged caffeine use. Interesting, because I found that caffeine and kratom do go really well together. But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. It does have more of an uppity. It's not as nearly as like a downy. Which I think is why I liked oxys a lot too, because oxys always kind of had compared to other opiates that I tried, I always felt like they kind of had a little bit more of an uppity. A little bit. You're good, bud. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's its own thing. It's different. Yeah, I did feel number taking it, but it's not as numbing at all. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, that's just me. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody is different. So, but okay, if you go outside, you gotta be good, buddy. There you go. Another thing with opiates, though, and like heroin or whatever drug addiction is like just exercise. I have found to be one of the most beneficial things to helping one get off of. I mean, it's good for depression. It's good for so many things, but especially for drug addicts because it has you get the natural endorphins, which are the natural body's opiates going and flowing. And then you're also starting to get yourself stronger. You're getting your blood moving. You're feeling better about yourself. You're getting outside. Hopefully, you're getting some fresh air. Yeah, these are things that I've found because I've been back and forth with the withdrawal and the relapse. I mean, I've relapsed so many times I can't even count them all. But one thing that always helps me get over the addiction is exercise. It really is. Exercise is huge because it gets you out of your bed, it gets you moving, it gets you flowing, it gets your endorphins running, it gets you stronger. Just it's good for so many things. So yeah, man. I hope you well with that, Maynard. I mean, I'm glad to see that you're not doing the dope, man. I mean, that's exactly what I did. I was drinking like a fish, and it was probably going to kill me because I'd already had liver problems, and I started taking kratom, and it got me away from the booze. But now, with that being said, I had a buddy who tried doing the same thing, but he was so addicted to alcohol that he continued drinking alcohol and taking kratom. And unfortunately, that was too much for his liver, and he ended up passing away. Um, so be careful. Like if you are going to use kratom to help get off of things, just make sure you're not mixing it with too much other stuff, and also know like where your body's at. Like my buddy Andrew, who passed, his body was not doing well at all, so he really shouldn't have been fucking around. Anyways, so just be careful. Yeah, man, alcohol. Whew, fuck, man. Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of good moments, but man, especially if you get into a cycle where you're drinking alone, and it can be real rough, and it can get you really weak and sick, and then the panic attacks, the withdrawals in alcohol are really fucking severe, especially if you're drinking hard shit. I never really got into hard alcohol. I was more of just a beer guy, but I've had some buddies, get into hard alcohol really intensely, and it's nothing to fuck around with, really, man. So, yeah, that's good. I mean, everybody's different. Yeah, I mean, if the mood's right, like I've thought about drinking. To be honest, like if once I get my life a little bit squared away and stuff, like part of me would like to see if I could be able to just drink a little bit and hang out with some cool people. A beach comes to mind, but whatever. But yeah, man, it's all about learning and growing. Again, with the kratom thing for me, what I really liked how I used it was I was able to kind of like go away from taking these huge amounts and just slowly kind of start taking smaller amounts. And then by doing that, I think it also kind of helped change my perception. Yeah, I agree, man. Alcohol withdrawal is pretty hardcore, especially if you've been drinking a lot. Like your cells, they adapt to it, like to a point to where like they need that alcohol, otherwise you will go into seizures. I mean, that's what I've heard. Like I said, I've never really been into hard alcohol, but from people who have, that's what they've told me. That's also what I've just seen from texts and other things. So, Yeah. But that's why I like the cities too, man. Like I realize we drink so much because we live in these cities, and like what else is there to do? I mean, go to the bar, have fun with your boys, talk, fucking shit, hit on chicks, play pool, eat some shit food. You got to go to work in the morning, so we got to have fun now, so we can wake up and work these slave jobs. Like I get it, man. Been there, done that shit. But for me, it's like, what am I actually doing like with my life? Like I'm just sitting here wasting money on booze and shit, working a job I don't fucking like in a city that I'm really not that happy with, surrounded by all these people doing the same thing that I'm not really happy with, but we're all like just continuing to do it. It kind of feels insane. And now we've got this COVID thing fucking that's just not going away. It's getting even worse every single day. It's like this is retarded. Like nobody's having fun anymore. Nobody's really getting along. Like now we're all forced to go on social media where they can, but even in that, there's all this craziness and toxicity, and like we're still stuck in our houses. We really should be outside doing shit. Like that's why my whole thing is like let's change the whole game, man. Let's get out of these houses. Let's start getting back to the earth. Let's start planting the good food. Let's start fucking working the jobs that are actually good for us and the earth, and not for a satanic system. In my opinion, I think what America's turned into is an evil system, straight up. There's good parts of it, but it has been overwhelmed. Like the bad has outweighed the good. So now we've got to kind of like acknowledge, okay, it is what it is. Let's move away from it and create something different. Otherwise, we're going to end up being swallowed up in it. So that's where I'm at. And I think by doing that and helping people along that way, it can help out a lot of people with drug addictions, with depression, with all sorts of problems, man. I mean, they all stem from our attachment to evil. From a spiritual standpoint, we all got sin and vices that we're dealing with. But if we continue to live in a place that is all about sin and vice, then it makes sense. We're going to continue doing it. And if a lot of times people trade one addiction for another. So it's like, okay, you quit drinking, but like I quit drinking, I started taking kratom. Now I'm off of kratom, but now it's like I have like an addiction to get this mission done. So a lot of life is just about learning how to transmute your energies into whatever you really want. It's just it goes from addictions for me to now it's like I'm finding a life purpose. And I guess what I'm also trying to do here is to help find people, their purpose in life. Because I don't think people's purpose is just to work these jobs in these cities and fucking save up money just to retire and grow old and die and all this and that. I think there's more to life, and there's more that we came here to do in the times that we're in right now. So yeah. Anyway, I'm starting to feel like I'm getting a little too preachy. So, does anybody have anything else they want me to talk about or comment on, or anybody want to say hi? Or, yeah, it's an open forum. Thank you for your interactions, everybody. Maynard, I hope you have a great day, man. It's good to hear from you. Dale, it's good to hear from you. Dr. Yamamoto, it's nice to see you pop in. I don't know if you're still here. I assume, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's nice to see all y'all, man. One more coffee. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, thanks, brother. It's good talking to you too. Yeah, hope you have a great day. Good energy to you. Just, whatever. This is just saying what's up. Thanks, man. You be well too, brother. Take care. Oh shit. Yeah, that's good, man. So yeah, I guess I'll do a little bit of coloring here for a few more minutes. We're about on that 1.5 hour mark. So if anybody else has anything they want to say, it'll be a good time to say it. Otherwise, I'll probably stop the stream in about 6 minutes or so. So unless something pops. blue is getting low. Some more blue. Thank you to whoever gave me that thumbs up. That was sweet. It's good to support that what you like. You know, stand up for it. It's good. If you like it, if you don't like it, that's cool too. Mm. See, that's the thing is people be paying attention to shit they don't really like these days. So when I see people, support and stand up for stuff that they like on their own behalf and volition, I like seeing that stuff. So I'm gonna give a shout out. All right. Well, for the one person that just joined, I was planning on shutting it down kind of soon. Unless you got something you want to say, I'd love to discuss any topic, or if you got something you want to express, that's fine too. But if not, I was going to, yeah, shut it down kind of soon. We got about an hour and a half going. Uh, yeah, so this was a good experience. Thank you everybody who showed up. This is kind of my first time really. Yeah, this is my first time doing this on my own. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been cool. And again, Yana, you know if you want to have any type of a conversation, just I just ask that you just let me know that's really what you want. Okay, so 'cause I'm not trying to be a stalker, and based on the way that you put things, I got to be careful with my actions and not fall into some type of. Not saying there is one, but traps do exist. So, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for showing up. I love you guys, and I hope y'all have a great day. All right. Good energy to everybody. Bye.